Okay, well, welcome everybody to Calizari System Survival, episode 22. Do apologise about the little bit of delay in getting this stream up and running, but we're here now, so welcome back. Now, last episode, sorry, my system's still sort of loading in the background, still starting to warm up. Last episode, we built the majority of our ship here up. Just got the large engines, large atmospherics to go. Excuse me. And of course the jump drive, which we know we don't have the components for at this stage. So I figured what we'll do is do really want to have that jump drive finished before we actually launch for the first time. So we need to find ourselves some gold. Now I know there's no gold over there. And I would have thought that the sun, well, maybe it's not up far enough yet. We'll just scoot over here. The sun should be should be powering this. Why are we not seeing anything? Okay, we've got some power there. Oh, I remember. When an antenna shuts off, it stops broadcasting. And when you repower it, it does not start broadcasting again by default. Okay, well that would have... Okay, that should be powered. Ore detector, yes. Come on. What's going on here? That's better. Battery. Okay. Current inputs, we're just not getting any power. Okay, well. How weird. So when that's set, okay, that's just unusual. However, that's got it broadcasting again. How long? Here's another story. Suffice it to say, there's silver here, but there's no gold that I can see. So we will actually just reset that back to recharge. Sorry, system is still lagging a bit. There we go. Let's just do that. In 2 days. Be recharged in 2 days, guys. Okay, we'll come back then. Alright, so yes, we need to find ourselves some gold. Now, you have got an ore detector, so you are it. Okay, 6 and 3. Yep, forgot that. There we go. Now, I will also apologise, I'm actually in the middle of eating, so if you hear sounds of me consuming food, that is because that's exactly what I'm doing. First of all, we just better double check. Okay, cobalt, silver, silicon, we've got enough of you, uranium, magnesium. See, I should have set my mining platform up over here. I could have gotten all three in the one hit. Oh well, we live and learn. Let's go that way. Come on, hurry it up. Silver again. And there's a good chance there's gold here, but it's a lot deeper than what my little ship here can actually detect. I've noticed that gold and silver quite often will actually show up in the same locations. Here we go, gold. Excellent. Oh look, it's only 40 meters down. Nice and close to the surface. Yeah, okay, that's it. And bingo. Gold veins can be rather narrow. the stone. Let's just dump that. Yeah, didn't want you. Okay, excellent. We will actually just stick with that, but so we don't lose where this is, because it's good to know. Good old GPS coordinates. Yeah. Oh, come on. Thank you. Where are you? There you are, Gunslinger. No, I'm not even going to put in the cargo hold there. Just as easy to run it inside and dump it straight into the system. The ship is looking pretty good from up here. I actually think it should fly pretty well. It's, what we established, about 360,000 kilo. It's actually quite lightweight, really, compared to some of the ships I've built. Hello, Assenburgers. Haven't seen that one. I do know if once you disconnect, if you wait too long, it goes back into attract mode, but that's pretty standard for all connectors, I thought. But unless it is an old connector suffering from an old incompatibility, well, that slammed down a little bit harder than I wanted. I know if we disconnect that, it goes into that, and then once it goes back into yellow mode, it tries to seek, and it can be okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that's just okay. I know in the past I've actually had trouble with Ship's pulling away from connectors if I've left it too long. Yeah, yellow state. Okay. An unlocked connector. That sounds a bit odd. Replicatable? Or is it just that one connector itself? Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's a bit odd. No, I can't say I've had that happen. I've had problems with connectors unlocking when you're loading a world. In fact, it's not this game, but it's another survival game I play. You started with this same scenario, so it's this same map for want of a better term. I had a ship docked to one of these connectors up here when I saved the world. And as I always do with all of my ships, although I didn't do it with this one, normally when I dock them or land them, I actually turn their engines off. I don't want them sitting there just chewing power. It might be minimal, but it's just force of habit. So I had it docked up there, locked, engines off, reloaded the world, the connector disconnected, ship plummets to the ground, and dissolves. Basically, there was a few bits of scrap left at the bottom of there, and that was it. And between connectors disconnecting and landing gear unlocking on world load, both of which are very annoying. Yeah, I know the pull, the attraction force that connector can have. I was trying to test it with Gunslinger over there and that connector on the ground, but for some reason it wasn't exerting any attraction force at all when I unlocked it and cleared it and then come back into yellow state. It wasn't actually attracting, which is really bizarre, unless that's part of the new update. I'm not sure. Oh, we've got superconductors. Sorry, I've been waiting on these superconductors, as you probably know. Oh no, I should finish those batteries. Oh no, I did finish the batteries, look at that. Still need 500 of them. Hang on, that's right. I've finally got to input access out here. So, superconductors, another 500 please. Thank you very much, Tim. Where are they? Oh, okay. We need them as well. And that must be useless. Alright, well, it's flagged it. Where are they? No superconductors anywhere, really? This is a situation where a world ship definitely would be an advantage as opposed to manually. The constant back and forwards for over 1,000 motors, for example, when you can't carry that many, is a real pain. But, oh well. One motor done. sorry, one engine done. Oh, you little shite. Which means our landing gear is disconnected. You flippin' pain. I don't believe it just did that. Okay, well there's an example, a prime example of exactly what I was just saying. This landing gear had unlocked itself. We had the landing gear fully locked because we've been building this up, and it's so that it wouldn't fall over. And for some unbeknownst keenified reason, we nearly had a disaster on our hands because the idle thrust of our engine here, I really don't believe that did that. Man. We actually have no functional left and right thrust at this point in time either, because they will be hydrogen powered, although I think, that said, we're going to put some left and right thrusters in here as well. Atmospherics probably, might not be able to squeeze them in there, but we can certainly. Oh, okay, up on top here, even if it's just one on each side, so that we've got very small amount of maneuvering. And we're stalling again. Well, that's a real pain. Now we've got further to fly again. Actually, we'll build this one up. I can actually get the ship back over there without the hydrogen thrusters. Just gonna have to be really careful and try and keep the ship balanced. Jeez, we're like balancing on a ball. Oh, no, slow it down. There we go. Sheesh. Well, that's better. We got it back where we wanted it. Oh, I know what our problem is. Oh, what a major oversight on my behalf. I just realised one critical little piece of gizmo gadgetry that I have not actually put on our ship here, which is rather critical for stability. which is what we're displaying as a lack thereof. We have, oh no, what am I talking about? I've got gyroscopes on there. It is actually the lack of left and right thrusters. Yeah, had a total brain fart just then. I thought I had no gyroscopes. How stupid. Of course I've got gyroscopes. They're tucked down in over here. It is actually just a lack of left and right thrusters. The down thruster is not as important. Gravity takes care of that for us. Really crumbs, how much does it take? Only 0.2. So it only made 140 superconducting elements. That's a bit odd. Oh well, we'll build this one up and we'll go and get ourselves small gold. I would have thought that 9 or 10k worth of gold ore would have done better, but obviously not. And we freeze again. Come on, hurry up. Thank you. Excellent. Now, that's where they're going. So I'm actually going to put 2 atmospheric thrusters on each side. I actually don't need that much. Go back. Give me... that'll do. And they will go right up here. One and 2. That should take care of our stability problem. Alright. That said, we need to go and get ourselves some more gold to finish that off. Now this time we will take mule. I think we've got nothing in mule. Okay, we have stuff in mule. In some of mule. Ah, there it is. Oh, I do agree with that. That would be really cool if you could group things up, like you could group them all under planet, for example. As you notice in my GPS coordinates, I've been putting that little E in front of them, so I know that these GPS apply to Earth. And if they could group them, then you could just turn around and turn the whole group off and turn the whole group on, so you didn't have them filling up the space, for example. That would be quite handy, I reckon. Okay, F. how much more of this I need for the extra, I think it's, what is it, 500 superconductors that I need. Damn it, I just saw some gold disappear. It's a drawback about the fact that I use that 56, what is it, 56 object or limit or whatever it is in my mining rigs, because I've got to work fast when it comes to hand mining, otherwise resources can disappear on me, which in itself is not good. No actual drilling rig for the gold, no, I hadn't gotten around to actually setting it up. And unfortunately, another save, and unfortunately there's doesn't appear to be any gold in any of the current drilling locations, which is it's only the superconductors that I need the gold for really anyway, so. And I know once I get up into orbit, I'll be able to find an asteroid that's got tons of gold on it, and that's when I will actually build a drilling ship. It's much easier to mine asteroids than it is to use a ship to mine the ground. Though I have done it, it's just they're cumbersome, they're unwieldy, and they're prone to losing balance and smashing into the ground if not built right. Okay, that's freaky. I mean, I do have a drilling ship in the blueprints that's designed for downward drilling. Does pretty good actually too, but I'm not building anything from blueprints in this game, so. There we go. I do, yes. And yeah, a lot of the time I do actually hold F whilst I'm drilling, just so that it actually picks things up. At the moment I'm actually full though. And unfortunately, because the vein here of gold is so thin, it picks up a lot of stone. I have to keep dumping the stone out. But no, I don't want to crouch. I do actually find it is an advantage to hold F down whilst drilling, just so it operates like a ship drill. In that case, it starts sucking stuff up as it drills. Yeah, you can just go into the connector. That's what I want. And of course, sometimes it misses them. Actually, for some reason, I think it's because it's down low, it's not actually grabbing it as I'm mining most of the time. I am actually holding F key down whilst I'm doing this, and they're popping out and going all over the place. That's right, as we probably all do. We get very proficient in catching these things in the air half the time. Come back here, use. Yeah, well, I would have thought that a planet would have more gold deposits, honestly, as well. I mean, they made it so that planets don't have platinum, and we know that, well, here on Earth we've definitely got platinum on the planet. So I would have thought they would have at least offset the fact that all iron is in such abundance everywhere, including space. I mean, crumbs, 99% of your asteroids are nothing but iron in the middle, which, you know, is fine, but there's only so much iron you need, and once you've got all of that, then, you know, it's like stone. You don't need a hell of a lot to make reactor components. Once you've got enough for that, and you've got all the reactor components you need, constantly having to mine through stone is tedious and a pain. I'm just going to stop that there and that. It'll do for now. And that way. Yeah, the only abundance I've ever come across has been iron, just like everything. It's been the thickest veins and the largest veins I've seen have been iron. And a lot of time silicon. Although in this case we've just got lots and lots of different deposits that have got those in it. Okay. Alright, let's see if that's given us the superconductors we need. do that whilst we come over here and apply these ones. 261, nearly there. Oh, come on, so close. Excellent. Done and done. I don't like the precarious position of our ship. So we will need to get these manoeuvring jets actually fixed up. Come on. I really hope they fix that up too. It's not nice having it stall out like that, especially in the middle of welding or grinding. The number of times I've had the game crash when it's been in the middle of welding or grinding. And it's not just a stall because it's saving, it's an actual crash. It makes me very, very wary now when it does it. Well, we'll see what the next minor update brings in the next 24 hours. It's usually the next 24 hours that we see it, at least in my part of the world. I've just completely forgotten what it is I actually need now, but I do know I need them, so we'll go and start with them. Tubes and grid, okay, that works. There seems to be a minor update once a week. That's what they've been trying to do at least. Just grab. I should have just done that to start with. At least I see Zockley have with an update. In my part of the world, it's Fridays that I see it, which. But then I'm GMT plus 10. So compared to the rest of the world, I suppose it's Thursday update. I see it on a Friday. Minor, M-I-N-O-R. Yeah. Well, let's just not put our face in the back of the engine when we turn it on. Okay. That looks awfully precarious there, doesn't it? Nearly did it again. Okie doke. Now that. I'll be darned. That means our ship is actually built. Ooh, okay, we're sucking a lot of power. We're sucking a lot of power. We need more reactors. Cool, cool. Yeah, that'd be nice. I actually wish there was a method in creative to be able to place armor blocks in first stage framework built, like when you're doing a survival, because a lot of time you actually want to build a framework and not build the actual full block. And I have to admit, it's really inconvenient to have to change it over to a survival game, make sure you've got steel plate, go in there and build the frameworks you need, and then either turn on creative tools or change it back to creative and come in to build up the other. Yeah, like the wireframe. Sometimes it adds to the design, is actually leaving it just in framework mode or frame mode or whatever. So yeah, be nice if you could have a setting or something that lets you do that, but I don't know, here we are. We still play it. I mean, I know I'll still play it. But getting back to our ship here, we do need to fix. I mean, look at that. It's sucking 59% power and it's landed on landing gear. Now we do have 2 reactors, as they're in here and here. And we're just frozen again, so come on. So I need to figure out where we could squeeze. Oh, I suppose we could tie them into the conveyor system through those junctions there. I'll slip them in maybe the side here. I mean, those 2 at the front have got no tie into the conveyor network. They're basically independents. You can probably consider them as backups. If I put 2 more in tied into the conveyor system, yeah, tied in the front there. Yeah, down in here, filling that available space there. That way, if we really have to, we can actually stick another one up under there, another one on top. So it gives us plenty of access. Oh, I like this. I didn't realise I could access these from ground level. That's great. Anyway, that said, yeah, that 600 megawatts would certainly work. Putting 2 more of the small ones in probably bring our standby usage down to probably 20 to 30%, and it was probably going to still go into overload on actual thrust, but that's just got to hold it up, which it certainly can do just at a stable hover. And it's only going to be thrusting up when it comes time to actually trying to launch into space, and then our hydrogen hopefully will kick on from there. So I don't know. Looking at it, there's not really much space we can actually put a large, except unless we put it over the back here, sitting here on top of that. We certainly could fit a large there and keep it clear from the hydrogen thrusters. So I mean, I've certainly got the room to put a large one in there. But I am thinking that... Okay, just check that again. On a hover, I believe... Come here. On a hover, I believe it was utilising about 80%. I don't know, standard hover is only using 22%. Look at that. And what the hell? I mean, I know thrusting will overload it. Where on earth was that 59 or whatever percent coming from before then? Because the standard hover, it's only 22%, so 2 more reactors would bring that down to probably 10%-ish. Yeah, I know that. I know the hydrogen, that was just the Atmo. I'm just wondering why it was showing over 50% on an idle power usage when down on the ground here like this. Obviously a little glitch or a bug. Although that's something I was going to check, because it's something I made a note of on the bug forums. current weight displayed here is 388651. 388665. So we do actually have a discrepancy in grid mass. I noticed a huge discrepancy in grid mass because I was dealing with a ship that had, well, what was it? 14 million kilograms? So 14,000 ton or whatever it is. Very big monstrosity. It actually had a much bigger discrepancy than this. This is only a minor discrepancy in comparison. This is only, what, 10 kilo or something of a difference. But yeah, that's confusing. Power consumption seems to be okay, except for on a direct forward upward thrust, which, holy shite, that actually is accelerating fast. That's good, that's good. We should be able to kick into orbit quite nice, or kick high enough so that the hydro thrusters will take off from there quite efficiently, I think. Yeah, I'll still put another couple of reactors in though. We can never have too much power. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to a ship, there is no such thing as too much power. I am, however, contemplating whether I'm going to add a programmable block and timer, and whether it's just not worth my while. I mean, Tim would only balance a couple of things, you know, only balance the 2 cargo containers, I guess. Save it. I don't know, does weight distribution come into play at the moment? I don't think it does. Anyway, for now I'm going to stop this stream there. We will resume this tomorrow. Oh, hang on, no, tomorrow's Friday here. I know, don't stream on Fridays. We will resume this in a couple of days. And I'll add more reactors. I'll keep it small still. I will actually tie them down there into the conveyor network so that if we process uranium, they can actually get access to it straight away. You know how it goes. I'm an and ahhing about a large reactor. I'll keep that one in the back of mind. But before, just like every other time, just before we actually close the stream off, we will come in here and recharge all of these. I always like to leave my character fully charged up, ready for the next, ready for the next go. Alright, well, yep, that's this stream. Unfortunately, I won't be streaming again in half an hour's time. No, not save as, I saved it before. So it'll be a couple of days again before I actually will stream my second smaller stream, which in this case is basically is just peeking over my shoulder whilst I'm developing stuff and showing off stuff and bouncing through some different worlds and stuff like that. Hence, if you have a look at my workshop page, I've actually uploaded my station modular building kit, which I'm quite pleased with. It seems to turn out quite well. So until next time, in a couple of days' time, have fun, happy engineering, and I shall talk to you then. Bye.